Prince Harry has spoken out again in his fight against climate change. And some would say his comments are slightly bizarre. Comparing humans to the weather, Prince Harry said, "What if every single one of us was a raindrop and every single one of us cared? At the end of the day, nature is our life source, but you can't uplift, educate and inspire unless there's a form of action that follows." Now, do his words inspire you, Janet? Do you want to become a raindrop?
No, they don't. But listen, it's not as simple as that. As someone who loves walking and does a lot of walking in the rain, I've got news for you, Harry, if you're watching Loose Women in Santa Barbara. There's not one kind of raindrop love. It's really, really complicated. There's at least 3, possibly 4 kinds of raindrop. So from my own experience, there's big, fat rain, the kind of rain we're getting now in climate change. Rain that plops down on you. I'm not being fattest. It's big, fat drops. And then there's mizzle, which is misty rain. It's rain you can't even see. It's all little and tingly rain, and it gets you soaking wet. And then there's sideways rain, which is when it's windy, which gets inside your hood and messes up your makeup. And then finally, there's confusing rain. That's rain that starts, then it stops, then it's showery rain. So, Harry, love, have a rethink, issue another bulletin, please.
Do you know, of all the things you were going to say, I didn't think you'd say that. I genuinely didn't think you would pull him apart on the raindrop bit. You know, and as a former weather girl, I applaud your knowledge. Yeah. You know, there was a lot of accuracy there on the different types of raindrops. Maybe not in their actual meteorological termage.
If ITV needs another weather girl, you know, I'm waiting and I'm practising the hands.
Yeah. But what do you think of, you know, obviously he's, in a nutshell, what he's trying to do is use his platform and use his status for good, and this is something he clearly feels passionately about.
I think with Harry and Meghan, unfortunately, whatever they do, sometimes it's always going to be some form of criticism. Yes, I know they travel in big planes and all the rest of it, but I think with anyone that's probably got that kind of pull and that following and that kind of level of stardom, almost, if you want to call it, you're going to try and find a way that you're going to connect with people and use that as your power to, you know, get to a number of people. He was born into this. It's not like he just became a millionaire and, you know, he's just being flamboyant for being flamboyant's sake. He was born into the roles, and this is the life that he lives. So that's why he's probably taken himself away and thought, OK, we know he covers things like mental health, you know, rights of soldiers, racism. Yeah. So this is one of his things, environment, and this is his way of putting himself forward and trying to encourage as much people as possible.
And Stacey, what are your thoughts on Prince Harry's announcement, or his conversation? It wasn't really an announcement, it was a conversation he was having with someone.
I agree with Judi, I don't think anybody out there is perfect. I think everyone's trying to do something, and a lot of the time they feel under enormous amounts of pressure because they're not sure exactly how or what they can do to contribute. And I just think that if somebody has a platform and a voice that people listen to, why not use it to, you know, talk about issues that are really important? That's not to say that he is, you know, off-grid and the most economical person in the world. I think you would have to be completely off-grid to be 100% eco-friendly. But even just having the conversations and talking about the small things that all of us can change in our everyday life is helpful. I'm not offended by it at all. I just think, oh, that's a nice and a worthy subject to be discussing when you've got such a massive platform.
Well, when he's got that earth composting toilet outside his £23 million house in Santa Barbara, then I'll take him a little more seriously.
Wow, I actually think when you hear the whole thing in context, you know, he says every single raindrop that falls from the sky relieves the parched ground. What if every one of us was a raindrop and every single one of us cared? At the end of the day, nature is our life source, but you can't uplift, educate and inspire unless there's a form of action that follows. I think they're quite inspiring words. I like those
but
words.
We're getting advice on all sides, and actually in the current COVID crisis, I don't need any more advice about how to live my life.